It was getting dark. There was a cabin not far away. He wanted to stay there for the night, but what he didn't know, that this was where the cannibalistic witch lived. To lure the boy in, the witch disguised herself as a kind woman. Then she welcomed him in warmly. As soon as the boy sat down, the witch cast a spell, and put the boy in the pot. She was going to eat him. Before he died, the boy pleaded with the witch. He wanted to play his last song. Looking at the fat on the plate, the witch granted his request. The sham was played and the whole place was in a frenzy. Everything danced with the witch. They danced from evening until midnight. The witch was exhausted. She took off her magic cloak, and immediately she turned into an ugly witch. The boy slipped away, but the witch stopped him. The boy took out his last piece of cake and handed it to her. The witch removes her coat and gives it to the boy. The boy puts on the coat and becomes a 3-year-old. Before he knew it, the old witch pulled on it. The boy was back to his old self again. The old witch turned him inside out and put it on the boy. The boy becomes an 80-year-old man. This is a great treasure. The boy had a plan. He became an old man. He went to the king's castle. The guards stopped him. The old man explained. He was hired by the king to cut his hair. The guards took him to the king. The king gave the old man a dagger. He asked him to cut his own hair. After the haircut, the king did the same thing again. He told the old man to go to the chest and get the gold coins. The old man lifted the lid and shouted, "Why are you giving me so much gold and jewelry? I can't spend it all." When the king heard that, he immediately ran to check. The old man pushed the king inside, but the king grabbed the old man's beard. In the nick of time, the old man took off his magic clothes. The beard disappeared in an instant. The king was finally punished. He fell into a cave with no bottom. The soldiers outside the door heard something. They came quickly to check. The room was empty. The only thing inside was the empty, open chest. While the soldiers were checking it out, the boy sneaked out. He wore a magic cloak and became a child, and left the castle with a big strut. At the end of the story, the boy went back to his hometown, and from then on, people didn't have to be afraid anymore, because the king with the horns on his head, and he was a meal for the python.